And welcome to video number 2. Sorry about that. I got cut off on the first video. I'll be a little better this time about catching that 15-minute mark. Alright, so here we were. Let's exit out of here. So we were on the home page trying to figure out how to change this slider, right? So manage pages. We click on, this loads the home page, right? Once you click on the home page, we have this divvy. We scroll down to the divvy builder, and then we have this full width slider area. And once we click this full width slider area, we click these 3 little lines, and then we have all of these things, right? So again, like I said, all these act the same way. There might be a lot of them, but that's cool. All we do is click these 3 little lines. And we talked about how to recognize the background image versus uploading a slide image, that here in the home page you want to do background image, and then you upload an image. You have 2 different choices. You can upload one, select files from your computer, or you can choose from the media library. Okay, these are all ones that are already on your site. You choose one, you click set as background, and then you'd be good to go. Okay, now again, all of these act exactly the same. So once you figure out how they work, you're fine. There will be other sliders too, so they'll within your website they'll act the same too. So that's great. You can close out of here. The other thing that's a little weird here, a little more not necessarily weird, but a little more complicated, is we have the sidebar, and the sidebar can be difficult because it doesn't act like the rest of the stuff acts. We're going to cover it, but we'll cover it again probably, just because it's a little confusing. So let's go to the front. The sidebar is here. And the sidebar will show up on other pages of your site. It'll look exactly this way, and that's actually the point, is for you to be able to have one thing, one place to make a change that is going to be site-wide. So once I show you where to make changes to this sidebar, if you make a change to the sidebar, it's going to change it on every single page that the sidebar is. Okay? If that doesn't make sense, or you want to talk about it a little more, we can in the one-on-one. Chances are you're never going to change this. So, you know, the only thing, unless you get a new Facebook page, which I doubt that's going to happen, you might have a different video, and I'll show you how to do that. But these testimonials, they don't live here. They live in the testimonial area that I showed you how to deal with in video 1, and these rotate through. So you really shouldn't have to, but just to give you an idea of where that is, we go back to the back end, and it's going to be in a different area. So let's see. Sorry, I have another screen here, and I want to make sure that it doesn't look like you have access to that. So I'm going to give you access to that. Let's save that. Let's refresh this. There we go. Okay, so for this, to see where the sidebar is, we come over here and we hover over appearance, and we have 2 different options. We're going to go in a widget. This sidebar is actually called a widget, so we go into widgets. This is a lot to look at. Good thing we don't need to look at really anything except this sidebar area here, right? So again, it could be like this. Don't freak out. Click this, and it comes down. So we have 4 things here. We have search, Facebook, YouTube, testimonials. We come back, we have search, Facebook, YouTube, testimonials. That makes sense. Alright. So we have a search bar. Really nothing much we can change there. We have Facebook Lightbox. This is where you would change anything that you needed here. YouTube video. If you were to change that video, get a new one, you would change it right here. You didn't put your YouTube video ID, and this would automatically change. You wouldn't have to change anything else. Okay? And then testimonials. So this is linking through the testimonials area that I talked about in the first video. So you really shouldn't have to do anything with this. It's set to render in this way, and you should be good to go. Okay. All right. So the next thing we're going to talk about is how some of these pages are dummy pages and some of them are not. Okay. So the only one that isn't, it looks like this one's supposed to be. Maybe not. Right, they're all clickable. Okay. Sorry, I didn't design the site, so I'm learning a little bit as we go along too, if you bear with me. So you see how these are drop downs? They have a little arrow next to them. The only one that is not a dummy page is the Our Services page. And being a dummy page, I mean as it's just a placeholder. So this About Us page, if I'm clicking, nothing's going to happen. It is only here to serve as a category heading for these guys. Same for Wellness Care. I click all I want. But it's only here to serve as the category heading for here, for these four. Okay? Same as a blog, just to get access to these. Same as forms, just to get access to here. Same as contact. Okay? The only one that is not a dummy page is this Our Services page. So you click Our Services and you have all these different clickable things, right? These are your services here, and they also will correspond to these here. So there's a couple different ways that you could get to them, but let's talk about, we're going to go in order here. So we can't get to About Us, so we're going to click on our hours. Say that 10 times fast. Okay. So to get there, we go back to Manage Pages. And all of these are drop down, so let's put this down. Alright, so About Us is a dummy page. We don't need to do anything with that. We have Our Hours. And again, we're going to scroll down to the blue purpley area. We have a header, we have that sidebar, and we've got some stuff here. So let's go to the front. So we've got our header here. That makes sense. Here's our sidebar. We know about him. And then we've got some stuff here. That makes sense. So we go back here and let's look at this header. Now this header is going to be this way throughout the entire rest of the site. So we're going to talk about it once, and we're not going to have to talk about it again. Okay, same as the sidebar. So we go to these three little lines here. So we have our title, our hours. That's right here. That's this guy. And there's subheading text. It's this right here. That's this. It's two things. There's a bunch of stuff in here you don't need to worry about. The only things that you would ever need to change are these two here. If you make a change, make sure you click Save and Exit. Okay, so we're good with our header. Now, again, these are all exactly the same. They act exactly the same. They just have a little different content in them. So we want to check out what's in there. So we're going to click these three little lines. So we have a title, right? Here we go. That's this. That's good. This guy right here. The only other thing is we do use an icon. So this is a toggle thing. So yes, we do. So in here, like we talked about, we did choose an icon. Here's the icon. Select the icon color. Yep, there it is. And that's it. There's a bunch of other stuff in here. Don't even worry about it. Chances are the only thing that you're ever going to have to change is that little piece of information right there. So if you change that piece of information, make sure you save and exit. The rest of these 5 work exactly the same way. So simple. We have that image, this corgi image here. So we're going to click on these 3 little lines. And the only thing that you'll ever have to change here is this top one. Upload an image. You can choose one from the media library, or you can upload one from your computer. Okay? Other than that, it should be good. So again, if you change it, make sure you save and exit. And if you do something, you want to make sure that you update the front end of the site. I have not, but just for training purposes, I'm going to update this page before I go away from it. Okay, so it's our hours. We're going to click on our location. Okay, we're going to look at it. We have the header that we know how to deal with. We've got this Google Maps, and we've got these 3 things down here. So to get back, we click on Manage Pages. And our location. Again, scroll down here. We have the header. We know how to use the header, right? Title, subheading text. We have our map. So we want to put this in here, right? So 3 lines. The title. And then you just put the address in. If for whatever reason you were to move or something, that would be the only reason that you change this. You click that, you click Find, you click Save. And it'd put you right there, okay? I didn't change anything, so I'm just going to close out of it. Then we have these 3 little things, which are going to be act exactly the same, just be a little different content. So let's deal with the telephone one. We click these 3 little lines. So title is telephone. Yeah, there it is. We do use the icon thing. We've gone over that a couple of times now. Now the only thing, ignore everything else, but come down here to the content area, and there's your phone number. Okay? So if you changed it or whatever, change it here, click Save and Exit. These are going to work exactly the same way. You have an icon, you have a title, and you have content. Okay, so icon, title, content, right? So we can make this not be so spaced out there. So let's make that change. Click these three little lines, go all the way down to content. So, see what's happened here. Oh, okay. Just change this for you. Save and exit. Update. So once you update something, you have to come back to the front end and refresh it to make sure that the change actually takes place. There we go. So you got rid of some of that extra space in there. Okay. So we're going to go to our mission. So our header, we know how to deal with the header. We got an image and we got text. So again, back to the main pages area. So click Manage Pages. We're going to go to our mission. Scroll down. We have our header. We know how to deal with that. Here is actually a gallery. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 images that you can scroll through. Yeah. So we click on these three little lines. Now this is a little different. You're not going to pay attention to anything here except for this Update Gallery button. If you want to change these pictures or add to them. So this is where they all are. Somebody leaves or whatever, you just remove them here. Yeah. But if you want to add to it, somebody joined you guys, select files from your computer, you pick one, and then click Add to Gallery. You'll be good to go. Then it'll bring you back here, and you click Save and Exit. Okay? But don't mess with anything down here, and it'll stay looking just like that. Again, this is just text, so we click the three little lines, and then here we just have text. So, you know, it works the same as exactly the same as like Microsoft Word. So you come in here and you do whatever you need to do, and you click Save and Exit. Okay, but we're not going to mess anything up. We're going to erase it and make sure that it stays the same. Okay, update our beginnings. Okay, so we have this header, we have some text, and we have 3 boxes. We've got some images, some text, and a logo. Okay, so let's go to back. So we go manage pages. We go to our beginnings. We scroll down a little bit. We have the header we know how to deal with. We've got this text, which we just talked about how to use. Don't mess with any of the settings. Just you can change this text in here. Use these tools. So we have these 3 little boxes here. 3 little lines. My computer's freaking out apparently. So then we have this title, which is here. Okay, don't change anything else. This is the box color. And then here's the content, which is here. Yeah. These boxes act exactly the same way. So you have title, you have content, and you have box color. Okay. We have images. All 3 of these act exactly the same. So 3 little lines. We've done this a couple of times now. All you have to do is change the image. Upload files from your computer, or choose from the media library. And then we have this text here, and that's got an image in with it, which you haven't seen yet. So we click these 3 little lines. And it acts really the same way. So we have this content here, and then we have this image here, which if you wanted to erase it, you would just click on it and then click delete. Or you can click this remove button, or you can edit this to make it a different size. So you can choose between these sizes here. Or you can just delete it and then add something in its place. You click Add Media and you'd be presented with these 2 things, which we know how to use by now. And you'd be good to go. So I didn't change anything, but just to be sure, we're going to update that. Okay, and we're going to go to why choose DVC. And I'm getting close to that 15-minute marker, so I'm going to cut the 2nd video here and look forward to the 3rd.